Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing, everybody over there? This is Gatos FX with your mentor, Mr. Gatos, and myself here. Today is a very nice Thursday, and I'm very super much excited to take you through the top-down analysis of the pair, which I have just recently closed with 95 pips. It is AUD CHF. It was a counter trade of the daily time frame sales trade, which I took on Tuesday and held it for at least 3 days up to date because I have had an original position of taking long this trade. I'm looking to buy this trade and I'll show you later. But at least I saw this opportunity to sell, and of course, I normally say I rarely go with the counter trend trades. But when I see an opportunity which has all the confluences that I need in order to get in the market, I even advise you to take. But with our strategy zone to zone, I normally do it with a higher time frame retracement because they can give me at least 100 minimum pips for taking profit. All right. So I think I have already posted this in my Instagram page, GetOsFX. Here we can see it. It's AUD CHF, whereby this pair has just gone as like we have was anticipated it would have gone, right? So let us go without wasting time to look at what exactly I was looking and why I did took this trade. Of course, I'll take you through the origin chart. This is the origin chart. Forex movement can be predicted, but you should not force. Like you see, this chart was done the analysis on November 6th. It was on Monday. It was Monday, November 6th. This is what I was looking at to have at least 1 hour direction change and then to have a retracement at this either inside formation found around here or at this 1 hour liquidity engineering because price was already at the zone which could have just given the retracement. So on Tuesday, during the news of it was AUD news on Tuesday. Interest rate, the Central Bank of Australia released the interest rate news for the month, by which, based on the number, in the previous month, it was 4.1%. They were anticipating that the interest rate would have risen up to 4.3.5%, and the results actually came exactly as it was. So that's why it gave the power to the AUD when this price was starting to sell during this news on Tuesday at 6 a.m. At 6 a.m., very early in the morning with East African hours. So I was at work in the market waiting for this news because if I wouldn't have been active, I would have just been left. My position was here. I had a limit order here at 1 hour LQE liquidity, but once I saw this movement approaching this area, I just took the market execution and still leaving this pending order there. If the price would have just continued to go above, it would have just triggered my entry. So let's go to the higher time frame and look at what is happening and why I'm considering taking this trade long. But then this sales trade today, I will not talk about the long trade. I just talk about the sales trade. I'll talk about this buying trade once I hit my targeted profit, which I am looking upon, right? But simply because of other analysis which I did through the higher time frame, I knew that for sure this retracement would have just been occurred and would have continued to go bullish because now the direction have been changing and this pair is expected to buy. And looking at this interest rate news, that means the AUD is going to become more powerful because the interest rate has been risen more than it was, and of course the same as it was anticipated, but more than the previous month. That means the demand of Australian dollar would have just increased. So based on technical wise, what I can see is that price on last week this price was buying. This price was buying up to this point, which is daily SNR zone, Therefore, the Friday's candle closed here at daily time frame LQE liquidity found within daily time frame SNR zone. So that was a very good significance point telling me now let me look at Monday and see if we have at least a lower time frame direction change, then we can consider taking short this trade. This is how exactly what I was looking at. When I was in the market, this direction change was not yet happened, but I was patient enough to wait for things to occur. I didn't create things to occur. Market moves itself, but you have to interpret and understand if a certain movement occurs, and then you're going to take a certain decision in the market, right? Don't forget, this is Gatos FX, right? With our strategy, very lovely zone to zone strategy. Okay, now, following the order flow, we see now here we have lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower highs, and then eventually we have higher highs. That means we have direction change here. And around this price, we see is yes another zone, like we have literally, we see there is a resistance, a lot of support. So once this support zone was broken above, I was expecting price would come and take this trade here and buy. That's why I bought this trade, and I can show you my long trade, which has just been triggered this evening here this evening. And now the price has already started to move with about how many pips up to this moment? About 29, 30 pips. I cannot talk much about this long trade. Let us wait until the price hit the TP. Then I will have another podcast with you to discuss about this long trade. Okay. So let's concentrate with these cells. So once price was here, of course, price could have just continued to buy, but based on the nature of the structure, after the change of the direction, we expect that price would have come to liquidate here inside. Although here down, we have two liquidities left behind. We have this inside formation, we have liquidity engineering. The presence of this strong SNR zone and this daily time frame COC liquidity gives me confidence that I don't expect the price will just have come below. That's why I've already taken a long trade around this area. So let us get moved to the 1 hour time frame and see exactly what happened, just as comparable to what I've been said and what I've been analyzing before. Look, waiting for structure change, retracement, and then continuation. Exactly the same. Structure change, direction change, retracement, and continuation. And as we see here, we have this long week during the news at 6:30 a.m. on Tuesday, early in the morning East African hours. Price came to take the trade, the entry, blah 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 blah. Price moved. We have a little of consolidation, and now boom, exactly at the daily COC liquidity, I took my profit here, and I have added another position to buy and continue to go long, guys. It is very simple, very much simple. We just have to be aligned with the higher time frame momentum. Always we should trade the structure as the structure is giving us the information. The market has the language to speak. We have to respond accordingly. We have to be resilient, patience enough to wait for our pattern, and understand especially what higher time frame is doing. That's why we can take this counter trade of the higher time frame without hesitation. We can take continuation pattern without hesitation. Right, guys? Thank you for watching and listening. Until next time, welcome again at Gatos FX, and bye-bye.